to my channel. So today I'm breaking off from what I have been doing and we're gonna, dive into the Cycle Frontier. This is a game that I was kind of hesitant to get into just because I'm not a super huge fan of those, Tarkov-like games, which is basically what this is. But, it was free, so I thought I'd give it a shot. And as it turns out, I don't know why I started walking around, but as it turns out, I really like this game. Even with all the dangerous PvP stuff going on and, you're just trying to get your stuff done and get out of there. But, it's really exciting. I've gotten, I've been playing a little bit. I have a whole inventory full of stuff. I'm not very far. I think this is like tier 2. I just have a whole bunch of random things that for a little while I didn't realize all of these were basically crafting components. Thought I was just getting stuff to sell or something, but not quite what's going on. But yeah, so I've been playing, really enjoying it, and I'm kind of hanging out in my character's room, which is interesting. They have, I guess, I'm assuming that's a game trailer for this. I don't really know. I don't know. It's not a game I paid attention to when it was coming out. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and just dive in. I don't feel the need to really explain what this game is. But yeah, without further ado, we're going to jump into a round. I got a few objectives I want to get done, so... And still just on this map. Haven't made the jump to this one. But here we go. Alright, so first thing after the drop, I checked what my goals were and decided on heading over to the science campus because I had a mission from the Sciencey faction, or whatever they're actually called. So I got my bearings on the map and started the short trek over to the campus. I was hoping for a bit of a quicker in and out kind of match, so I started moving a bit more recklessly than normal, but still cautious. Not quite wanting to draw unwanted attention, but also moving like I had somewhere to be. I got a Strider unaware, gave him a new backside, and continued down the road, and then off the beaten path where I could then see my destination ahead. Upon arrival, I snagged a quick piece of loot and then proceeded to quietly reduce the overgrown lizard rat population, but then ran into one of those weird spider cobra alien things and decided to disengage as I wasn't quite ready to broadcast my location. So I slowly made my way back to the back of the compound looking for more Striders and loot as I went. After a while, it seemed like Striders were in short supply, and all I could find were those big spider snaky things, so I ended up giving up my search, giving in, and opening fire. Did a little more searching, but then got distracted, and rather than take out another alien like I needed to, I went off searching for a part that I needed for the same mission. I made my way over to the southeast uplink and quietly looted while listening for any suspicious sounds. I didn't find that part that I was looking for, so I set out east, sliced up a pack of Striders, and decided to go ahead and call it because I had a full pack of loot, and I was right next to my evac zone. First round was a bit uneventful, but I wouldn't call it a waste entirely. Okay, so that went alright. I mean, I got some stuff. Wasn't really quite what I was going after, but... Water facility. Oh, okay. I'll do that as well. Gotta do all of that stuff. Oh, I didn't even come in contact with somebody. But okay, yeah, that went pretty well overall. And I mostly just say that because, I didn't get killed. I definitely came out of that one on top. And, go ahead and I guess I'll go back. Well, I got 82, and I just have this here so I don't lose it. Or I don't know, how much is ammo? Is that a big deal? Just find out real quick. So it's 1,000 for 20. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it there. Alright, don't believe I took any damage. I'm gonna repair this stuff and... maybe. Oh. Alright, let's get back out there. Next round, I did a quick review of my goals and decided to make my way over to the water facility. I had a mission over there, and was pretty close. So feeling a little more confident than the last round, I went on my way, and soon found a little bit of loot. Soon after, I cut down some striders just outside the facility and quietly made my way in, picking up what loot I saw, and once again went about reducing the strider population. While I was in the facility, I ran into a fellow prospector who I totally had the drop on, but I was in a friendly mood, so I let her go, as she seemed to just be doing a mission or something, and I didn't want to get in the way of that just to be a jerk. So I killed one of those weird spider cobras, which completed my task at the water facility, did a quick heal, and decided it was time to move on. I murdered a strider on the road and decided it was time to head back to the science campus, as I had some unfinished business over there. Upon arrival, I watched a guy evac, and then proceeded to search the campus for a little red monster to kill. It took me a while, and I was beginning to lose hope, but eventually I caught a glimpse of a little red tail around the corner. So I pulled out my knife and let the sharp end do the talking. At this point, I saw that I actually had to kill some more creatures here, so I went right back to hunting, and soon I found another strider, but that was it. After a little bit more of searching, I found nothing, so I decided to move on once again. This time in search of that dang optic glass that has been eluding me thus far. And really, without knowing where to go, I set out for the vaccine labs in hopes of finding this mythical optic glass. At this point, a storm was approaching, but I didn't feel the need to leave, so I grabbed a little bit more loot and kept making my way over to the labs. When I arrived, I was greeted by several little crates, cut down one by one until I got to the big guy. I took a few stabs at him, but decided to finish him off with All Reliable. Now here, I need to pause because mistakes were made. You see, I was pretty sure that I heard some extra footsteps, but I did not stop to take the time to listen or heal. I immediately regretted stepping through that gate and found myself entombed in foam. Okay, so that didn't go so well. Found a whole bunch of good stuff. Really was not able to get that last kill in there. Yeah, or well, no, I got... Okay, I'm getting all my missions mixed up here. So yep, got the kills, needed one more kill still, and need optic glass. But alright, I think we can do that. Just gotta rearm. Alright, so let's see what I have. Oh. Always do that. Gonna go ahead, stick with that guy. Oh, I don't have a backpack. Oh, restoration shield. Tactical helmet, why not? Alright, so I do not have a backpack. But you know what? I'm okay with rocking a small backpack real quick, but let's just go see what they got. I think I do not... So I mean I can make one. Yeah, let's just... I'm gonna buy a small backpack real quick and we'll just use that to make some runs. I'll just get 4 of those just to have them. Alright, so I got that. I wanted light ammo, some med packs, and I kind of want a shotgun, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and go buy one. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and go back to the same map because I still need to go to the oh, you know, the same place. Go ahead and ensure these guys, not worried about the rest of that. Alright, here we go. Upon dropping into this third round, I got my bearings and decided that I wanted to head deeper into the jungle, as it's an area that I had avoided up to this point, so I thought I'd go and see what treasures it held. My first stop was the dig site. Here I quietly snuck around grabbing what bits of loot I could until I ran into this weird glowy container that looked like it could fit into something I saw earlier. So I grabbed it, put it in the little generator, which turned on some lasers, and just kind of moved on. Didn't really pay much attention to it. I made my way to the other side of the compound, where I ran into some aliens that were much stronger than I was expecting. I ended up dumping a decent amount of shotgun shells into the spider cobra thing, but decided to run away to get some heals in. At this point, I noticed some cables leading to a locked door, but because of my interaction with the little generator thing earlier, I knew what to do. So I made my way to the other side of the compound where I had to fend off several small creatures. And then went looking for more of those blue power banks. Of course, looting along the way. After a while, I discovered that I could open some of those shield doors in the compound, which led to me acquiring another, let's call them batteries. So I then proceeded to hunt down more so I could open the loot room door. Luckily, I found another one close by, and then went and grabbed the one that turned those lasers on for me earlier. And then ran as fast as I could to get to that door. When I got there, I was happy to see all the containers and proceeded to empty them. Did run out of backpack space, but I made sure that I had got all the good stuff. While I was busy in the loot room, a storm came in, so I decided to hunker down and wait it out in the safety of this room I was in. I spent a good while keeping my shotgun trained on the door just in case a weary traveler in need of some shelter came by, but spent the entirety of the storm just by myself in the somewhat dark room. Really, up to this point, seemed like I had the entire area to myself. When the storm ended, I bolted out of the room and somewhat carefully made my way to the nearest evac point. Along the way I heard some close gunfire, but it seemed like someone was leaving, so I hung out a minute, let him leave in peace, then bolted across the field to the compound I was to be picked up at. Once there, I looked around a bit to see if there was anything that might be worth taking, but ultimately decided it was time to go. So I called my evac ship, took a quick look around my immediate area, and boarded my ship as soon as I could. Round 3 went very well. Alright, so definitely a very successful run there. It's my biggest haul yet. Really just by a couple of thousand, but yeah, that was pretty good. That ended pretty well still. Did not do what I wanted to do. But here we are. Got all this cool stuff. And yeah, I didn't do any of that. Still didn't do that. And I didn't even come close to seeing anybody. Alright. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. This is definitely a game I think I want to get into. I really didn't think I'd like it. I thought, people would make this a lot worse than what it is, but, really, you just run into a lot of people who, like you, they want to get their objectives done, so they're not wanting to mess with you. Kind of nice, that happens, but then you also do have people that, just want to hunt down others, take them out, and whatever, so that's okay sometimes. But it's not nearly as bad as people have kind of made this game out to be. So I'll definitely be returning to this one. But either way, hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe, because, there's definitely more of this coming. Alright, see ya!